Shall we play a game?
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video we are going to explore a new item I purchased because one of you suggested that I should get this added to my collection. So a shout out to Mr. Big Hands who posted a comment on one of the videos and said, hey, I'm missing this Cosmic 1000 Fireaway by Tandy. Well, I took his advice and here it is. So let's check this out. There it is. This is a Tandy, aka RadioShack, handheld game called Cosmic 1000 Fireaway. This came out in 1982 for around, I think I saw it for around $40 in some catalogs and also noted on some sites, which is pretty expensive. That's about $125 in today's money. Now, I think I got a pretty good deal on this. I got this for $30, and it looks so far to be in pretty good physical condition, as well as the pictures I saw online. And it was also noted as being in working condition, which is key. I should note that in Tandy's Fire Away series, there were 6 versions in total that were produced in the 80s. So there was Fire Away that came out in 1980, another Fire Away in 1981, then this Fire Away Cosmic 1000 that came out in 1982, then there was a Fire Away Cosmic 2000 that came out in 1983, a Fireaway Cosmic 3000 from 1984, and last was an LCD Fireaway from 1989. I may collect some of those, but first we'll have to see how this one goes. So let's examine this a little bit. I have to first say I love the color. I mean, this will definitely stand out from the others that I have. Now the shape of it also gives you that spacecraft look and feel, which a lot of these games that are space related kind of do. Not all of them, but some do. And let's see what else we can see about this. Let's look at the front first here. So you have your typical on and off switch right over here, where we've seen a lot of games, you know, with resetting being the process of just turning it off and then back on again. What else do you have? You have your level here, level 1 through 3. I think we can kind of assume that 1 is probably the easiest and 3 is the hardest. You have your little controller lever here, left and right, it looks like. You have your fire button to the right of that. And let's see, the back, you always have, not always, but often have the short instructions that are on the back, sometimes on the battery cover, but this is just on the back center. And speaking of battery cover, here is the battery. Let's examine what's inside. Ooh, look at that. Pretty big. It is 4 AA batteries. And it looks very clean. I don't see any corrosion, which is nice. What else can we examine on this thing? It does have an option for an AC adapter, which is nice. That's pretty much it for the exterior. So let's talk about the game objective. So before I purchased this, I did some research, and it kind of reminded me of the 1979 handheld game from Bambino called UFO Master Blaster Station. Whew, that's a mouthful. But I made a video on that a few months ago. If you want to check it out, just click on the top right over there, and you should be able to get to the link. It's a pretty cool looking handheld game. I like that one as well because of the white look and feel to it, but it looks like a true rocket ship on that one. This is pretty close. The similarities between the two are with the scoring and the objective of the game. Now there are UFOs in both of them, and you shoot missiles at them, and the quicker or higher up that you get your target at, the more points you get. That's pretty much the concept with a lot of games, but that really caught my attention when I first looked at the playfield on this one and thinking right away, I have a game very similar to that. The display for this game is a VFD, which is an acronym for Vacuum Fluorescent Display. The display tends to be brighter than the previous technology used, but a really good example of the differences between the VFDs and the LCDs can be seen in the video I created called the Coleco 7. So there are 7 Coleco tabletop games in that video. It'll give you a good example or a good idea of the quality differences between those. If you haven't seen the video, please check it out. The link is on the top right of the screen. Back to this though, let's put some batteries in this and test it out. Okay, so I had to clean this thing up. Well, not because it was dirty or anything like that, but I figured once this thing works and the video is done with, this will be on my handheld gaming shrine and it'll be ready to go. So why not just take care of that now? Hopefully you can tell the difference. This looks nice and polished with the Novus One product. Batteries are in it, ready to go. We're at level 1. Let's turn it on first to make sure it comes up with something. All right, well, cool, it works. But we also learned something that when you turn the game on, it just begins. There's not a start button to begin play. You just better be ready when you turn it on to start shooting at the invaders. But that's a good stopping point to talk a little bit about the scoring and the game itself. Let's look over here at the level first. Well, there are levels 1 through 3, and I already mentioned 1 would be the easiest, and it truly is the easiest. 3 would be more of the faster play, kind of like the pro-like level. And then if we look to the play field itself here, you have on the bottom, it says missile station. And that's what I really need to protect by shooting my missiles at the invaders that are descending from the top. And then you have your left and your right lever here, which is also called the missile rudder lever, which I'll use to aim at the invaders or the UFOs that are attacking me. And let's see what else we have. The play field. It's really nice. It's got some scoring numbers on the side here, so you know what your point value are for your invaders when you do destroy them. And if you can see from the top, that's the highest points, 10. And that's where the UFO zone is. Below that, you have scoring between 1 and 5. That is the invader zone if you destroy there. And then below that, that is called the ground level. If the invader goes ground, they will destroy your missile station. The game allows you to have 3 hits of your missile station before it ends, and it can also end if you fire 250 missiles at your targets. So you really do have to make each missile count. Now there are bonuses in this game. If you achieve 700 points, you'll get an extra missile station and 50 missiles. The maximum score you can get is 999, and the game will end there. What else it talks about? You know what? I did see that in the instructions I read online, it gives you some creative ways you can play with friends. So you can either play like with a time limit set and compare scores, because I guess the game could run pretty long considering 999 points is the max. You're looking at scoring between 1 and 10 points. Maybe put a time limit on each play. And they also suggest you can play as a team with one person controlling the rudder and then the other person controlling the fire button. Or you could just really play the simple way of just taking turns after your missile station is fully destroyed, and then you compare your scores, which I think that's probably the best way to do it. You do have 3 horizontal positions to go, so you can kind of see it in the backdrop there. There's 3 positions, center, left, or right of center. And that's pretty much it. I mean, it's pretty simple. You want to get your targets closest to the top and make each firing of a missile count. So let's give this a go. And that's scoring 999 points, which probably took, I don't know, a couple minutes at least. So it is kind of challenging. I definitely could say that the timing of a game is probably a better way to compete, because I think pretty much you could achieve the 999 score, but maybe putting a time on it when you play against someone, or maybe even just go at a higher level. So let's try it again, but at level 3. Let's see the difference. Definitely more aggressive. All right, I'll let them destroy my missile stations there. So overall, I do actually like this game. You know, the sounds are pretty good. It's nothing unique. I've heard those sounds in many games. I'm sure you have as well. But I like how the invaders, you know, at the end here, they're raising their hands up in victory after they destroyed my missile station. It's different, but maybe similar to many games we might have played. But I do like it. I don't know. I guess maybe the physical design is appealing to me, the yellow. And it's the first of the many series of the Cosmic 1000, 2000, 3000 that Tandy had out. So that's kind of cool in itself. But yeah, I don't know. Comment down below and let me know what you all think. And maybe also give me an idea which one do you think I should get next. Thanks again for watching. Please be sure to subscribe. And until next time, keep your gaming passion from the past alive by living it today. Just like doing this. Take care, everyone.